What up, everybody? It's Nick from Main Custom Prints back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about sublimation. So if you've ever wanted to test out a sublimation print, try out different types of sublimation paper, you want to see how your colors are going to come out without wasting a shirt, without wasting a mug, a tumbler, whatever, I'm going to press on a Pellon sheet. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I was recommended this by the homie Tony, aka Odyssey Rock. I suggest you guys follow him on Instagram. But this is just a sheet of fabric. It's called Pellon. What I did come to realize later, and I didn't know this is what it was, but if you guys know embroidery, this is the backing that they use for embroidery. I did not know what that was until I received it, and I was like, oh, that's what it is. So with this, you could test out your prints, check your colors. I honestly haven't done this yet, but he recommended it and I trust his recommendation, so we're gonna test it out. If you want to test out, if you print an RGB, CMYK, see what is different. Like here, I printed out an RGB print, can you see that? And a CMYK print. To see which one looks better, I got this off of Etsy in a 50 pack, 14 by 16 sheets for like 20 bucks plus some shipping. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's see how it goes. And you're also gonna need parchment paper. If you guys know about sublimation, you need parchment paper. You guys can find this big ass roll. I think I got it at Sam's Club, I think, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was Uline. Nah, it was probably Uline. I think I got it at Uline. Not sure, but I know they sell rolls of parchment paper at Sam's Club and at Uline. I think this was from Uline. But anyways, let's get to it. We're gonna test out the prints. Letting my heat press heat up. I don't know the exact time and temp, but obviously sublimation is somewhere between 385, 400, 60 seconds, something like that. So we'll see how this goes. But let's get to it. All right, so hopefully you guys can see me, but the first thing you want to do is I'm gonna put parchment paper at the bottom because I don't know if the ink is gonna go through this, because obviously you can see through it, it's thin. So I'm just put parchment paper in the bottom, put this on top. Make sure you guys lint roll for sublimation. It's very important that you lint roll, especially fabric. You don't want to leave, well, that's wrinkling it, because you don't want to leave any lint on there because it's gonna get ugly. But just make sure you guys lint roll. Next, get your print. Let's go RGB. And just place it somewhere. Just place it at the top. We're gonna place it there. Then you're gonna get another sheet of parchment paper. Put it on top because you don't want that ink to go to the top of your plating. Put that there. And you don't need a Teflon sheet. Some people use the Teflon sheet as a cover instead of the parchment paper. But I've had this issue before where I use a Teflon sheet. And as you can see, the ink stayed on my Teflon sheet. So I wouldn't recommend it. I would use a parchment paper. So you put that, check your heat press. And I'm at about 400. 395, 400, same thing. 60 seconds. I didn't check my pressure. So I'm gonna remove my print. Just press the papers and the fabric. It's kind of heavy pressure. You don't need heavy pressure for sublimation. Seems a little too soft now. It's about medium pressure, as you can see. Not too much force to put down, so it's all right. So that should be good. All right, let's get our print again. By the way, I'm using a Heat Press Nation Signature Series press. If you guys were interested. All right, so we're gonna place our print. Cover it. And now we're gonna press. 60 seconds, 400. And I'll be back after this is done. So I could have done all 4 prints or both prints at the same time, but I don't want to put them both at the same time, and then I didn't do something right, and now I gotta reprint everything. I'd rather just do one, since this is my first time doing this. See if I did something wrong or whatever, and I could change it with the next one. But if you have 4 prints you wanted to test out, you could just put all 4 of them here at the same time, press them all at the same time, or whatever. But this is my first time doing this, so I just want to do one by one. But anyways, it's done. Remove your parchment paper. As you can see, the ink does bleed through, so it covers it from going onto your planet. And now we remove our paper. By the way, I'm using a what is it? A sub 120. I used to use the 125. I recently changed to this is actually my first print with the A sub 120. I used to use the A sub 125. But yeah, let's see how it looks. This shit is hot. There is still a lot of ink left on the paper. I don't know why. Yeah, there's still a shitload of ink left here, but the print doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good. Could it have released more ink? Yeah, but looks pretty good though. Now for the other print, the CMYK, here it is, CMYK. I'm gonna try to do heavier pressure maybe, because I don't think I should go longer with time. I'm probably just gonna try to do heavier pressure and see how that goes. So same thing, just lay your print down. Let's adjust the pressure a little bit, just a little bit, not much. And let's go again. And that is what I said. I want to do one at a time to see what I did wrong, what I can fix. Yeah, to me, this is a lot of ink left on the paper. For sublimation, the ink release, it should be almost no ink on here. I don't know why I left so much ink, but guess we'll figure that out. All right, time is done. Remove the parchment paper. And let's see how this one came out. Careful, this should be hot. So here's the RGB, here's the CMYK. The CMYK released a little bit more ink. And how can I tell? The black right here, can you guys see that? The black right here, and on this one, the RGB still looks darker. This one looks a little bit more faded. So the CMYK released a little bit more ink. Could be the pressure that I adjusted. Could be the print method, CMYK RGB. I don't know. I'm not a print expert, so if you, I'm just testing it out. That's CMYK. That's RGB. I mean, it looks good. Neither of them look bad. The blacks look black. The blues look blues. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It really looks good to me. I just don't know why there's so much ink left on these papers. There should not be this much ink, because I'm pretty sure I can press this again. Matter of fact, we're gonna try it. Let's try the RGB. We're gonna press this again and see what happens. Just press it again and see what happens. Hopefully this doesn't fuck anything up. Either way, it's just a test. Who cares? But this is the point with the Pellon sheets. You could test all the prints you want without wasting a shirt, mug, anything. So I suggest you guys invest in some Pellon sheets, a Pelon roll, whatever it may be. You could get it, like I said, on Etsy. Embroidery stores have some. I'm sure if you're from LA, I'm sure you can find it in downtown LA at one of the stores, instead of having to pay shipping or anything like that. But it's a pretty good investment for sublimation. You want to test out a print before you press it. I've never repressed over an already sublimated print, but let's see what happens. All right. As you can see, some of the ink still bled through with the leftover ink. So let's see. And it's still printed. Obviously not as vibrant, but look, I still got another print out of all that ink that was left, which is why I want to figure out why there was so much ink. Could be, can't be the time. 60 seconds is good for sublimation. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I just wanted to show you guys a way to test out your sublimation prints. Pellon sheets will save you a lot of money. You don't gotta waste garments. You don't gotta waste mugs, tumblers, whatever you're pressing on. I gotta press on some license plates. I want to test out the print before I actually press on the license plate. This is a very good way to test your stuff out. I suggest you guys invest in this. Shout out to the homie Tony, aka Odyssey Rock, who recommended this, because trust me when I tell you, I've gone through mugs, I've gone through tumblers, just wasting shit because I did not know about this. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. And that's it for me. Peace, I'm out.